Hello, beautiful and amazing soul. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing really fantastic. As you can see, I'm here with my brother. Welcome to Channel TV. So today we have a great interview. This is my brother Joseph. Joseph, he just graduated. He just got a bachelor degree in college in business management,
corporate finances.
Yeah. So right now we're gonna interview him. We're gonna ask him about the way of his journey, a lot of things about what he learned, and a lot of things that's we're gonna learn from him. All our brothers and sisters who still undecided what to do, and a lot of brothers and sisters who are in college but they're experiencing a lot of hardship and things like that. So today we're gonna give you a vision and we're gonna learn a lot from him. So please stay in tune with this interview. So. Brother Joseph, welcome to Channel TV. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. It's been amazing.
Awesome. How do you feel about having a bachelor degree?
I mean, it just kind of felt good. But you just like also missed it. It's like, okay, this is it. You know, you just kind of asked yourself that question of like, what else can I do? You know, I think like one thing that I've learned, I think like there's only about 25 seconds of walking, you know, across the stage. That's where you kind of feel like I finally made it. But after that, like you just have a question like, what next? Learning life, you know, you need to learn. You need to learn pretty much every day. So, and I'm just, you know, just willing to just learn every day right now.
Good. So what's your next step at the moment? What would be the next step for you as you graduate? You got your bachelor degree and you're educated now. What's the next step for you?
I mean, I think I had like 3 job offer before like, you know, finishing school. Only one offer comes in Columbus. So for that I had to use like a power of negotiations to negotiate with this company to see who's going to give me the most money, because like, you know, earlier in your career you just want to get the most money and also look at a company that can actually, you know, set you up for success in the future. Enough to actually get the company in Columbus to actually match my offer for the other company. So I was like, why not? You know, it's very cheap in Ohio. But also I'll be able to save a lot on housing. So I'm looking to move actually next week. So I'm moving to Columbus. So hey, people from Columbus, I'll be there for just working. But I don't know after the next 5 years if I'll come back to Akron. But mostly, yeah, I'll be in Columbus starting next week.
How was it? I mean, like, we know we are Congolese still. We are Congolese. We came to America and we are, you know. So how was the language? How was you able to make it in college? Have you ever think about dropping out early in your career? And what did you do to prevent it from happening? Things like that.
I mean, all I can say, I mean, it's good to actually mix language. So sorry guys, I'll be speaking English and Swahili because I want most people to understand, because not everybody actually speak or even understand or even read English. So I mean, Kenyan naweza nikasema mostly was, we all have fears, right? So, you know, kila mtu ana kitu ambapo kinamzuia. So when you know that, so now you know the real enemy. So for me, just starting from high school, nilianza, I think, I believe was a sophomore, right? But you know, like a junior, then akanishusha like nikaanza sophomore. It was like, you know, I wanted more time in high school, but also my age haikuruhusu mimi nianze as a freshman, kwa sababu swali yangu ilikuwa like, you know, natakiwa nijue lugha kiufasaha ili inisaidie huko mbele, kwa sababu lugha ita determine kama nitakuwa successful in my education career, right? So nilipokuwa pale, and I was more sort of like, I think I had more Americans or Mexican or Puerto Ricans or Nepali or just white Americans and blacks friends than like my African descent. Kwa sababu one thing that I learned, I'm like, I already know Kibembe, nishajua Kibembe, najua Kiswahili. Kifaransa kidogo kidogo lakini si sana kwa sababu siwezi niko proud kwamba najua kusema Kifaransa sana hapana. Lakini nilijua kwamba hizi lugha sitokuja kuzisahau. Haswa Kibembe na Kiswahili. Alright. So Kiingereza sijui. So nilijiuliza swali shuleni kwa nitaenda sitojifunza Kiswahili au Kibembe, so nitakuwa nasoma katika lugha ya Kiingereza. Kwa hiyo ilibidi mimi niwe na marafiki ambapo aongei lugha na mimi ili nipate chance ya kuwa nazungumza lugha mara kwa mara hata kama sijui. So all I can say, thank you for especially the people that was able to understand me, marafiki zangu wengine wa Marekani ambapo walikuwa tayari to be in this journey of learning journey. Alright, kwa sababu nilikuwa kama mtoto, right? Like I'm starting from A to Z. So I'm starting from the bottom, I'm working my way up. So ilikuwa hivyo sana. So I think when I finished high school, I think my goals was to become a agent or maybe go to like trade school to actually study some things like involved into like a loans advisor, things of that nature. So I have, my cousins, also nephews. So and some of them that never see someone, having a bachelor degrees. Alright, so and for that I was like, I kind of like have a motivations kusema kwamba like I need to do this for them and not me. So for me, like my first bachelor degrees was more for my parents and my siblings to be able to see like, oh, my brother did it, you know what I'm saying, so I can do it too. So kuhusiana na swali yako kuhusu dropping out, yes, I thought about dropping out. I think ilikuwa semester yangu ya kwanza, I think wiki ya 10 hivi, right? So I was like, the professors, like, the teaching is different, right? Yeah. Like high school, mwalimu anakubembeleza sana. Yeah. When you get in college, it's more about your own, right? So anakufundisha tu, anaenda overview ya chapters, whatever, then unakuwa na figure out a lot of stuff on your own. That's why you have to read books, right? I think my grade was really bad at the beginning, but thanks God I was able to improve. I think my 4 semesters, I was able to maintain like 3.8 GPA for almost 3 years. So I think
that's pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you. I think after like nilipoanza sasa work 2 jobs, I had to work I think like 1 full-time job and 1 part-time job, but also still going to school as a full-time student. Alright, just going for like 15 credit every semester. So I think that like ili affect sana my GPA. So kinye kile ni keep sana motivated na yani kuweza to overcome all the barrier was mostly my family and my sibling, my parents. Kwa sababu nilikuwa like I wanted to motivate them. I wanted to make sure that they can understand that like, yo, this is easy and it can be done. So and that's why like I was so focused. Even so I think even also like during the COVID, I was about to drop out because I was like, man, this online learning is not for me, because every time I was actually lying to myself that I'm actually joining. I'll turn on like online lecture, then I'll sleep. Alright, so then I'll set for exams. Then my grade will comes bad. Then now I'm mad, right? Every student get mad when you get a bad grade. So then I was old enough to realize that I'm not putting the maximum effort needed to actually have a good grade. So I was like, online school's not for me. I need more sort of like, in class, alright, learning experience. I need to actually see my professor face to face, be able to communicate, be able to ask a question.
Wow. Asante sana kwa share. You're sharing very, very beautifully good stuff. So, what do you think about inferiority complex? Did you experience anything, or can you explain a little bit about that in your journey as a student, as a person? Yeah.
Yeah, I think when it's come to inferiority complex, I think I've experienced it twice in my high school journey or even my college journey. Sometimes I can't speak. I think at times I think Akron public school balitaka kubadilisha schedule, alright, kutoka kwenye ile schedule ya like na zile classes za B inakuwa inabadilika hivyo. So I think I was ambassador in high school, and tuliweza kwenda kutoa maoni yetu about the 4 semesters that we did that. So there was like, how was your experiences? So we had to share the experiences, and we have to vote on it if they should continue or discontinue the scheduling. So yeah, ilikuwa just like, why am I in this rooms? My English is bad. I can't even, my understanding is even like worst, right? So uelewaji wangu na kuongea kwangu kwa lugha si nzuri. Why am I in these rooms? But also nilikuja ku realize that there is a reason why I'm in that rooms, right? So these people actually see potential in me. I think after that, I kind of boost my energy of like, yo, if I'm here, I deserve to be here.
Beautiful. So the next topic that we want to know is about what is the difference. Do you think there's a difference between someone who's educated and someone who's not? And what is that difference? What do you think? What's your thoughts on it?
Wow, that's a good question. Yeah. Utofauti wa mtu ambapo ana elimu na mtu ambapo hana elimu kwangu mimi, aswa kwenye watu wengi kila mtu ana nia yake kwa nini anaenda shuleni, right? Kuna watu wanaenda shule ili to be entrepreneur, to be a good employee, or maybe to be a CEO. Because kuwa CEO si mpaka own company. You can be a CEO just being a regular employee. Most of CEO wameajiriwa, so wako pale wameajiriwa, but wanakuwa wanapewa ile CEO title, but lakini wameajiriwa. So I think watu wanatakiwa waelewe kitu kimoja, right? I think kwenye community yetu kunakuwa ile swala ya unakuta watu wengi wanaongelea utaenda shule au utapata kazi. Alright? Yeah, it's fine. Sio kila mtu ambapo ataenda shule atapata kazi. So for that, ukimaliza shule haimaanishi kwamba you have a job automatically. But it does mean something like you actually have a shot in life. Alright? So for example, right? Nina nguvu zangu right now. Niko na nguvu tu za kufanya kazi yoyote ile. Alright? Naweza nikatumika rubbermaid, naweza nikatumika kwenye like frontliner, kwenye mambo ya magari, ya kutengeneza magari, like any job. I definitely do any job ambapo as it require like any licensing or specializations. Lakini kwa mfano akisema kwamba like hakuna kazi yoyote, let's say hapa Akron au wayo, hakuna kazi yoyote, wanasema kwamba kuna kazi ya kuchimba mtaro wa maji. Alright? So do you think that sitaenda kwa sababu tu nina elimu fulani? Jibu ni hapana, right? Nitaenda kwa sababu na mimi nina nguvu na mimi nahitaji kupata pesa za kulisha familia yangu, right? Lakini ikija kwenye swala la kusema kwamba wenye high school diploma ndo wanaruhusiwa kwenda kwenda kuchimba mtaro. So now hata wale ambapo walikuwa hawana shule, hawana elimu, lakini kulingana tu they don't have a high school diploma, they won't be able to go. Lakini sio kusema kwamba hawana nguvu. Alright? So wakisema kwamba like only those with the bachelor degrees can actually do that. Alright? So now wale wa high school diploma watabaki nyuma. Alright? Lakini sio kwamba kusema kwamba hawana nguvu za kufanya kazi ile. So because of the economic environment that we in America you can do anything. Ndio maana utaonaga Marekani wanazuia vitu vingi. Ndio maana unakuta ukiangalia kwa wale ambao wanafanya Amazon, I worked at Amazon for 2-3 years as associate. Kulikuwa vitu vingi, you even ask yourself questions like, who bought this? Like nani hivi.
Really well. So please, the next question I have is, what do you think about owning a business? Do you think everybody should own businesses? Let's say, for example, I do heating and cooling. Do you think for anybody, for example me, I do heating and cooling, should I own my own business?
Let's talk about business first.
Yeah.
Right? Business is a good thing. So I advise many people, if you're really passionate about something, business is a good right to go.
But about something, business is a good right to go. But you can lose it all. Right? That you have to understand that. Oh. You can invest so much and lose it all. Most of the small businesses that are so successful in America, small businesses are actually the backbones of American economy. Now easy like small za mama nitilie easy, like you know, shop wa keki wa nini. Those actually provide some great service in our community, right? Kwa sababu sio kila sana na Walmart. I can just run through and get a cake to a small, you know, family-owned business. I can get a pizza from small family-owned businesses. So I think kwenye biashara vingi ambapo tunafanya sisi wa Kongomani, we have to consider two things: need and want, right? So kwenye biashara zetu za sisi hasa Kongomani, ndo ambapo naongea directly kwao, tutafute biashara ambapo vinavyotatua tatizo. Business that actually solve the problems. Aswa ukiangalia, like, you know, let's say for example tuko na African market, tuko na like zingine tuko Cleveland, zingine tuko na moja hapa ambapo which is actually ambako na vitu vingi sana vya sisi kuliko tu East Africa. Vingi yao viko like Caribbean foods and Ghana's and Nigeria's type of food ambapo wengi wetu kuviona ndo hapa, right? So for that, you know, nikikuuliza tu like how many times did you actually go to African market? It's a lot, right? Every month. Alright, so lakini nikiuliza swali how many times do you actually go shopping for clothes or shoes? It's not very often, right? So shoes and clothes is like something that I want. It's not something that I need. I need food to survive, right? I need water to survive, right? Like we need houses, right? So we can actually stay warmed and, you know, like things of our nature. So lakini nguo tunazinunua, like niko na koti moja tu ya baridi, right? And I have been with that jacket for like the past 3 years. So soko zote za makoti hawatoniona until I feel like maybe I need to upgrade something, alright? But I don't need to, alright? Kwa sababu bado ile koti inani keep comfort, inani keep warmed nikiwa outside, so still good. But kwenye sehemu za chakula hasa ya Kiafrika, I'll be there every day, you know, like, or every other day, you know. So kukija hata kwenye nguo hasa wengi wetu ambapo wanauza hizo nguo za kike, alright, za vitenge, right? So there will be a time, like, chukua hii maneno yangu, right, the next 2 decades, tuseme like watoto wetu wengi wanapozaliwa hapa hawatovaa nguo za vitenge. Watakuwa nazo, watanunuliwa na mama zao, lakini they won't be able to wear that. Like, autoniambia kwa nini, lakini like ukiniuliza kwa nini nitakwambia kulingana na experience. For like Nigeria been here longer than us, right? Like Nigeria walikuwa baadhi ya watu ambao walikuja sana hapa mapema. Nigeria, Ghana, other country walikuja sana hapa mapema mno. Kuna Nigeria ambapo walizaliwa hapa wana miaka 50.
Wow.
So it's like, yeah. For that, like kuna Nigeria kabisa wengi. I think the guy that I was talking to alizaliwa hapa, like he's 35. So for that anakuambia kuna baadhi ambapo wanawajua wakubwa ambao walizaliwa hapa. So wa Nigeria walikuja sana mapema sana hapa. So if you go through in Nigeria and ukiangalia tu kwenye wardrobe zao, I mean school, like wale ambao wanaenda college, you meet a lot of Nigerian kids or Ghanaian kids ambapo walizaliwa hapo wako na 20 or something. Ukiangalia kwenye wardrobe zao, they don't have a lot of African clothes. They have a lot of American clothes. Tunaangalia hata kwenye masista zetu ambapo wako hapa tu just for 10 years. They don't have a lot of vitenge clothes. They have a lot of just hizi makanzu zenye wanachukua kwenye mashine, whatever. That's where it's going. So if your business won't be able to transition to a different sector when pale wa customers zako watakapokuwa, or maybe they don't need your service, they don't want your service because what you provided is not something that ambapo wanakihitaji ili kuendelea kuishi, you know what I'm saying? Like kwani Afrika tulikuwa tunanunua nguo, wengi wetu tulikuwa tunanunua nguo mpya like mara moja mara pili kwa mwaka, right? Au wengine kubona right? So for that, I mean, kwani tulikuwa tunaishi, right? But njaa ilikuwa inatufanya tusijisi vizuri kwa sababu we actually need food to survive. So naweza nikapenda tu kwenye biashara wenzetu wa Afrika, si kwa sababu sote tuikae kwenye kuuza chakula, lakini ni vizuri sana kuconsider long terms. lakini kama nguo zako, na ndio maana labda wale ambapo wana sell ma hoodies and sneakers, wale wana different demographic, kwa sababu like Americans and other African will definitely buy their clothes, right? Lakini kama nguo zako zinajikita sana specifically for African traditional clothes or like Congolese traditional clothes, I strongly believe you have an expiration date to your business coming up. Kwa sababu most of these generations, they won't be able to buy clothes because watakuwa so buy into an American culture, kwa sababu watakuwa wanajisikia aibu kuvaa nguo za Kiafrika. Na ndio maana wengi hata pale like shuleni high school, when we had a culture fair, that's when you see most of them, they're wearing African clothes. But without culture fair, you don't see nobody. Alright? You see no one wearing it. So now tu wana miaka like, you know, miaka 5 hapa, miaka 3 hapa. So we have to see that side. So ni vizuri kuwa na business ambapo ziko na need, kwa sababu hizo huwa zina long survive, like the long durations, kwa sababu people will need your service, kwa sababu you actually provide it, you actually solving the problems. Lakini nguo mara nyingi soko za nguo, it does, but like with the e-commerce sector, online shopping, I don't think like a local shopping solve our community problem. So kwa ukitaka kwenda more into entrepreneur to actually own your business, ni vizuri sana consider like solving a problem. Like tuseme wewe unasema like HVAC, it's vizuri kuangalia both side, right? Can you make more money? Can you be happy for what you, because like kuna vitu vingine, there's people that don't look into money, but kuna watu ambao wanaangalia tu how they're going to treat you. If your employer treat you good, like you don't care about the salary. Like, you know, waki bullshit, but if you pay me more, I'll do it. Most people does that. You know, like this, especially this corporate job. You know, most people, you know, they don't get treated well. So there's a tons of work, and you gotta get it done. But what? You get paid more. So naweza nikapenda uangalie kwenye ngambo zote mbili. Like kwenye rich side, naweza nikaanza mimi mwenyewe. Je, are you knowledgeable enough to start your own? You know, do you have anyone that you can rely on, like who was an expertise in the industry ambapo ya HVAC ambapo unataka kwenda? I strongly believe kuna watu wengi watakutrust kwa sababu unaweza ku approve like kwenye portfolio yako ambapo vitu vingapi ambapo ushafanya, right? You can do that. Lakini there's a risk. You know, are you willing to take that risk with the big rewards? Because at the end of the day, ukifanikiwa, you be getting a lot of money. Ukifeli, you will lose money. Alright? So, I mean,
it's a game of life.
A lot of people say money is not happiness. Don't just say that. Money can buy you happiness at a certain stage. Alright? A lot of homeless. If you offer a homeless $20,000, most of them will definitely get a house. Alright? But it doesn't solve the problem completely. So kwa sababu tu umeambiwa hela huwa zikuletei furaha, usijipatie ujinga wa kutozitafuta. Ni vizuri kuwa nazo. Sema azikupi furaha, lakini you do actually have money. So for me, if you tell me money doesn't bring you happiness, I'll ask you how much do you have. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you don't have money, then I shouldn't listen to you. But if you have money and you tell me money doesn't actually solve, like that doesn't actually bring you happiness, then you'll have money to actually solve some of your problems that you have. For me, that's fine. So kwamba itakuletea furaha, but like I'll be happy if I have money. I'll be happy to have a money problem, so you know, instead of having broke problems.
Right.
So all I'm saying is tujikite sana kwenye biashara ya kusolve matatizo yetu. Right? Like you can be in transportations, right? Kuna watu wengi, I mean soon kuna watu wengi watapenda kuwa like kununua mlango huku anaposti unaenda kwa kwenye nyumba yake Africa. Like, you know, you can get into that logistic, right? Actually opening your own small, you know, logistic company ambapo unaweza ikawa na uwezo wa kumove vitu hapa kupeleka Africa. You know, so I mean like kwako wewe kumalizia kwako wewe is just like unatakiwa uangalie upime mzani, the ups and down. And also it's a spirit. You have to be passionate about it. Business So now you have hours, right? You're working on hours. The company tell you when to kumaliza huku, when to kumaliza huku, utafanya like 8 hours.
Yep.
But when you're working on yourself,
even when it's raining, brother,
it's a 24-hour, 7 days a week on your businesses.
Oh my
If you own
God,
businesses, right? Because it's your businesses,
right?
Especially at the early stage, you want your
Right.
business to be successful.
Right.
So for that, mostly you put all your work in, your energy, your time, your sweat, your blood, everything in.
Everything, yeah.
All right. So, and if you're not willing to do that, then you shouldn't do it. Maybe you should. Some people will be good to be employed, though. Not everyone is meant to be a business owner or entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's really stressful. And I have people that I know actually own businesses. One of the guy who's actually my mentor, he owned one of the largest company for anafanyaga, like, you see the bridge, the color that actually ile paint some motherfucker on the bridge, his company is the, like, I think like one of the biggest supplier.
Wow.
Is Lenani. So the Apollo house ile nyumba ambapo like ya nani ya space center, Kennedy Space Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, kampuni yake ndio ilijenga ile. He did actually ukienda Children's Hospital kuna ile nani ile parking ambapo inawaka taa usiku. His company built that. So his company built a lot of houses even to kwenye Akron Children. No, Akron University, well, they built a lot of houses there too as well. So I mean, ananiambiaga to how stressful it is, like, to actually own a business. And his business been here for like almost like 45 years.
Wow.
So, but he still feeling stressed, like, anakwambia every day you feel like it's a brand new day, like you're just getting started. Kwa sababu, you know, everything, like all these people are working for you, they need to get paid. So you need to get more work. You need to motivate them. You know, because unakuta mtu alitukana na mke wake, au alikuja anapigwa na mke wake, au alipigwa na mume wake, alikuja ukazi, like haiko na motivation yoyote ile, and she's not ready or is not ready to talk to anyone. You know, so like for you as a business owner, you need to put people in place or yourself to be able to motivate these people to give you their best every day, because they're getting paid. So you need to maximize the capacity of the hour, right? So if you're working for 10 hours, okay, beside a break, I need at least like a 9 hour of you being like hands-on working. So I think like tutafute sana kwenye biashara za kusolve matatizo, na pia ukitaka kuingia kwenye biashara uangalie risk to it, kwa sababu you invest in your money, you invest in your times. Yeah, you know, business could go both ways, especially small businesses. You know, it's like a crash, because it's hard to actually get a capital for small businesses.
Well said. And what do you think about early marriage in our community, in our Congolese community? What do you think about that?
Wow. Man, hizo ni swali nzuri, lakini mara nyingi inahusu familia. I think vitu vingi viko sana viko motivated na how you grew up. For example, kwenye familia yetu, like dada zangu wengi wakubwa waliolewa like na miaka 25, like 24 kupandisha, wengi wengine 26, 28, 27, and I think like hata wadogo zao nao pia wanafuata hiyo mienendo sana, you know, not wanting to get in marriage early on, kama wana opportunity ya kwenda shule, you know, actually, you know, take advantage of that. Lakini kuongelea just like early marriage in general kwenye community yetu is disgusting. It's really disgusting kwa sababu I understand like school's not for everybody. Na lakini si chanzo au si it's not like actual green light ya kusema kwamba, oh, you should get married, you're older now. We can see wanaolewa wengi ni chini ya 20 years, right? Like wengi that range, like 21, 20, 19, and 18. So, and that's why unakuja kuona you know, tunakuwa na generation after generations ambapo aina mawazo ambapo, like, I don't know how to put this, but it's just like we just have like a worthless generation, kwa sababu hata wazazi wenyewe wanaoana wenyewe unakuta akili zao hazijawa more developed to the point where they can even raise the kids, right? Na ndio maana unakuta baba na mama wanakuwa sana involved in our relationship kwa sababu tumeoa at very young age, na unakuta kuna matatizo mengi tunashindwa kuyahandle kwa sisi kwa sababu you can't even think critically. Alright, but we jumped into marriage and we feel like we know everything. But I think also families not to push kwenye vitu kama hivyo, right? Unakuta mtu tu like from nowhere anakuambia ushakuwa mkubwa hoa, right? So inakuwa like, come on, like I understand I'm African, but also I'm a Congolese before anything. So mila zetu zitakuwa, I'm proud ya mila zetu. Like nitaoa mimi mwanaume, right? I believe in marriage. Japokuwa hata sometimes you ask yourself a question, why should you get married anyway? You know, lakini I still believe in marriage, you know. Nimeishi na wazazi wangu wote wawili, so I can see how, you know, in the impact I will have in like ushakuwa mtu mzima. So for that, I would say like wazazi wetu wanatakiwa walau watoto kuchagua kitu ambacho wanakitaka. Hiyo ndio itakuwa moja ya kitu ambacho naweza nikasuggest. Like wazazi wetu wawe tayari kusikiliza watoto wao. You know, kama mtoto wako hataki kuolewa, mwache. Lakini kwa yule mwingine ambaye anataka kuolewa, au anajiuliza maswali, why should I get married? Alright. Na kuna wengine, I think that question is more broad kwa sababu there's more that go into it, right? Kwa sababu kunakuta mtoto like kuna violence ambapo ziko ndani ya nyumba, right? Zinampush sana like, let me just get out, you know? So anakuwa anashindwa afanye nini, lakini cha maana anakiona anaweza akifanya ni kufanya maamuzi ya kuolewa. Unaona? Kwa sababu tukiangalia wengi wetu, ukiwauliza kwa nini alioa, wengi like to be realistic, right? Like no, I don't know how that's like kwa tu wa kweli, like I think more like ni tamaa za mwili. Alright, cause like hicho ndio kitu wengi wetu kinasababisha tunaoa mapema.
Vijana nasikia.
So, and I think it's more to that.
Right?
So, and ndio maana unakuta realistically, ndoa za mingi zinaanza kuwa na vurugo wakishakuwa na watoto wawili, watatu, wanne. Cause what? Unakuta mwanamke ameolewa, she's 18 or 19, right? Her brain has not yet been developed. Right?
Oh my God! So, oh my goodness!
Like, tayari ashagusa ubongo, yani sehemu ambapo ubongo ulikuwa utakiwi kuna ni kuguswa. So she's now into sex intercourse, right? Pretty much every day. So kwa sababu ashaolewa, right? So inakuwa ile yani brain yake inakosa ile nguvu ya kuwa develop, ile time ya kuwa develop, right? Like our brains develop over time. Alright, so asa pale atakapokuwa na miaka 25, 26 na kama marriage yake haiko kwenye mienendo mizuri, anakuwa na ask this like question, why did I even get married? Alright, so niliolewa tu ili kuja kuzaa. Maybe anakuwa anajiuliza maswali kulingana na wenzake ambapo walikuwa wote kwenye rika moja, kuona wenzake wana maisha tofauti zaidi ya kwake. Wenzake labda wanaishi vizuri, labda wengine walisoma, unaona. Kwa hiyo mara nyingi I think is it more like a broad questions, na kuna njia tofauti ya kwenda, lakini I think the problem come more into like family, the inner circle family, ile yani ile familia kwa undani yenyewe ikoje, right? Standards za familia zikoje, right? Yani wanaleaje watoto wao, si tu wa kike bali hata wa kiume. So ukiweka hiyo yote picha, ukisoma familia background, tukiangalia, to be realistic, there's like, I think just based on my friends, I would say wengi ambao wazazi wao walisoma Africa, their kids are in school in America. Like, just, I'm not sisemi kwenye kila, like nasema tu kulingana na marafiki zangu hapo mimi na wajua. Wengi wao ambapo baba zao walimaliza shule. Alright, they have like educated parents, like wengi wao wako shule au wengi wao wanajifunza kitu fulani. Wanaweza ikawa skills fulani, inaweza ikawa HVAC, inaweza ikawa like mechanics and things around nature, right? So kwa sababu wale wana misingi kwenye familia yao. Alright, mzazi wake ataruhusu baadhi ya vitu. Alright, and I think that's also the problem comes like kwenye familia zetu, you know, familia anakuona ushakuwa 18. Unajua wanawake like the body like is not developed and wanakuwa sana haraka, like especially wale ambapo wana zile genes za kuwa so maybe fat whatever tall, like unakuta anakuwa haraka sana, lakini unakuta kiakili bado hajawa sawa. So na miaka bado ya chini sana, so for that wazazi wanakuwa wanamforce into kwa sababu tutapata hela, atakuja kupigwa mimba hapa tutakosa hela, so like like acha olewe. So mtoto naye akiona ile ishakuwa ni kero anaamua hata kama alikuwa hajataka. Na pia wengine wanafanya hivyo kulingana, it's the same thing that been happen generation to generations. So akuja kuwa mtu ambapo ashakuwa tayari ku break that generation code. So na hicho ni kitu ambapo watu wengi wanatakiwa wakielewe zaidi, you know, si tu kwa sababu tu ya jamii yetu, but ni familia kwa familia. Kuna familia za watu ambapo tunaona watoto wao wanaolewa washakuwa watu wazima sana. Na pia hauwezi kumpangia mtu, unajua, that's the other thing. So like hauwezi kumpangia mtu. I think it's also more sort of culture, right? So and I think we need to respect it, lakini kulingana na maisha tunayoishi, I think it's very wrong. And I think it needs to be corrected. Lakini ni vile tu in our culture we have more people ambapo wanajifanyanga wasomi sana kuliko elimu yao, so it's like then inakuwa ni vigumu sana kuambia kitu na ukikubali.
And that's why we even have a problem with our Congolese community, right? Like ule umoja wa Bembe Marekani, but we still have that problem kwa sababu tuna wasomi wengi ambapo they're not even like they've never even solved any problems at all. No matter, like we've been in the same problems and and no matter kila wakati yani tunaona, like I think right now they have an issue with like wachague nani atakuwa president or whatever, and you know I'm not in a group, I'm not kwenye group ya Babondo Marekani, but like, you know, my dad, you know, talks a lot, so I now nasikiaga vitu vingi. So I mean sometimes I do feel pain, you know, I'm Africans and I see like communities zingine zinakuwa organized, right? Like let's say in the Akron, like Nepali community wako very organized, alright? Like
what do you think is our issue though? What do you think is our issue with Congolese community? What can we do to improve that?
I think it's more, we need more you know, minded people, like some of the top minded people. Tushakuwa na watoto wengi. I'm not speaking about me, alright? This is not about me, it's about everybody ambapo anajiita yeye ni Mbembe, right? So I think tuache kuwa na ule like tunapenda madaraka sana, tuachie watu ambapo wana uwezo wa actually lead. And this is the things, I don't think any Mubembe we are capable of actually leading anything. That's the thing. I would say that like Wabembe hatuna uwezo wa kuongoza kitu chochote. We have to be like, I mean like we have to be open about it, right? Like we have to be open about it, right? Like what is something that we have actually built or even led? Angalia, like I mean, like
I like it.
You know, it's just we have to be realistic and we have to be more open-minded when it when it's come to this issue. You know, like Wabembe, we're not capable of actually leading anything. So, and if we want to be a leader, unatakiwa na wewe uongozwe, right? So wengi wetu tukiwa kwenye madaraka tunashindwa kuelewa kwamba mtafanya vizuri kulingana na hao watu wengine wanafanya vizuri, unaona? So and I think that's the thing, like nchi itafanya vizuri rais atasifiwa amefanya vizuri kulingana the overall country gisi ilivyofanya, the whole overall economy. So asa tukiangalia like how long sijui mkongomani wa kwanza Marekani aliingia hapa muda gani, but let's just be let's tupe number yote, right? I think like let's say like in 20 years I think like wakongomani washakuwa hapa, wengi walikuja hapa like in 2000 wengi, lakini kuna mmoja alikuja early, lakini wengi walikuja in 2000. Lakini tuseme realistically wengi walianza kuja sana in 2006, ndio kulikuja watu wengine wengi sana. So we have almost 2 decades. I don't think even the Washington know any like the existence of any Congolese organization in America. I don't think so.
What about Mbembe Mbondo?
That's what I'm saying. Like sijui kama Washington banajua kama kupo organizations ya emu ya Mbembe Mbondo Marekani. I don't think that. I don't think there is any. I don't think those people know. Right? Even in our state, even here in Akron, I maybe, but let's say in Ohio, I don't think Mike Duanes, our governor, does actually know our existence here. Banajua kuna group, tunakuwa included as a group in a general, kwamba like kuna group ya wakimbizi kutoka kwenye hizi regions za Africa, but like we don't have any organizations, a well constructed organizations, kwa sababu ujuaji, you know, like we have to be real, like ujuaji, because like sometimes mimi nikiingia kwenye like nishakwenda kwenye baadhi ya vikao, and I'll blame myself too, kwa sababu I'm young, but na sisi ndo vijana, na sisi ndo tunaona baadhi ya matatizo na tunatakiwa to solve baadhi ya matatizo, you know, lakini hizi mambo ndo imekuwa sana more sort of like a cultural things, like inakuwa sort of like tunabaguana sana sisi kwa sisi. Naweza kuunganisha wabembe wote waliopo Marekani na kuweka pamoja na tutumike kimoja? I don't think so. I don't know, and siwezi nikaweka maneno kwenye vinywa vya watu, but kulingana na what has happened for the last 2 decades, nothing ambapo kishaonekana kwenye macho ya watu kusema kwamba, so unajua like nyumba ikijengwa, right, msingi kila mtu ataona pale wanajenga msingi, lakini watu wataanza kuona hii nyumba inaendelea kuwa kulingana, nyumba ikienda inaanza sasa kujengwa, tofauti na inawekwa moja juu ya nyingine, moja inaenda inawekwa juu, hivyo na hivyo nyumba inakuja kuisha. So I don't think kama Bembe community in America tushawahi kujenga hata msingi. I don't think there is even msingi, hakuna, because our issues inakujaga pale kwa madaraka tu. Like just let's do some math here, right? Let's do some math, right? I think let's do some math. I don't know, lakini I think there is more than 5. There should be more than 100 Congolese in America.
Whoa, wow. Really?
Like 100,000, yeah. I think so. It should be more than 100,000. Let's do simple math, alright? Let's say for example, wabembe wanaojijua wenyewe ni wabembe, right? Let's say for example we have like 15,000 elfu 15,000 za familia. Not counted as a person. Family. Yani tuna count as a familia. Kwa mfano tuseme nyinyi hapa ni familia, right? Mwingine mwenye anaishi na mke wake sehemu na mtoto wake familia, right? Let's say we have a 15,000 family. So let's introduce membership to our organizations. Alright? So membership, kwa wewe kujulikana kama wewe ni Mkongomani, you have to buy the card. Alright, the membership card. Let's do that. So your membership card, tusiweke tu hata bei nyingi. Let's say you pay, for example, every family you buy a membership card for like $250, alright, a year. So you pay that as the yearly fee. Kwa wewe kujulikana na kwa sababu tukisha organize kitu kama hicho, then tutakuwa na provide service, alright? Kama gisi wanapana na provide service. They do have like small dispensary za mtu anaweza kaenda kwa check up, you know. So zile mara nyingi ziko sana provided to the people, lakini watu wengine wanakuwa included because of, insurance and things of that nature, lakini mara nyingi ziko sana zina provide healthcare service kwa watu wao. Alright, let's do the rough math. Alright, kwenye hizi 15,000 za familia ambapo ziko Marekani, kila familia, kwa wewe kutaka kujulikana wewe ni Mkongomani na unataka kuwa included kwenye hii emo ya mbondo, you have to buy a card that you have to pay for it every year. Kujulikana, huo ndio utakuwa mchango wako. So if you take like 15,000 times, alright, 250 a year kwa kila familia, which is small money, alright, tutakuja kupata 3 million
Millions!
7,000.
Look at that!
3.7.
Oh my goodness.
3.7 millions, alright, milioni 3,750. Alright,
Wow.
so that's a lot of money. So this money we can actually provide, good scholarship for our kids. Alright, we can provide a ton of service. We can even build our own, we can build an office in every state. Alright, ambapo itakuwa inaangalia kila mbembe, right? Maana matatizo yetu ni watu ambao watakuwa tayari kwenda kutusemea. Alright, so and I think people need to realize that we can actually make or even collect a lot of money through these people. Na hata matatizo ya misiba, we can have an accounting pool ambapo tunaweza tukawa tunaenda kupull this money ambapo ziko tayari every time. Alright, so but most people, we don't realize that. Alright, and most of them, the idea is like we need to solve the problem in Congo. Hatuwezi tuka solve matatizo ya Congo na tuja solve matatizo ambapo iko hapa. Hauwezi ukasolve matatizo ambapo iko kwenye nyumba ya mwenzako na ndani mwako mko fire. That's impossible.
When the shule usiende tu kwa sababu tu ya kusoma, get a grade, whatever. And that's why I wasn't on campus, but I had a good experience because I was able to get connected with so many kids in school, a lot of professors. I mean, my first job, my professor actually referred to me. He called one of his buddy who's like actually executive, and he was like, "Yo, I have this guy, whatever, interviewing for the role." My job that I'll be working on right now, my professor actually found a job for me. So, and I get a chance to talk to my professors and share my experience. And most of you, especially Congolese kids, you guys have a great story. Don't be scared to tell your story. Just tell people where you come from. I think most people will, you'll find surprised how many people will be willing to listen to you or even be willing to just to help you. Some of my scholarship, I get some of my scholarship in school through people that I met. They sent me the links and apply for this scholarship, and I was able to pay for school that way. So all I can say ni kwamba usizani kwamba wewe tu ndio una ugumu au masomo ni magumu kwako. Ujue kwamba kuna watu wengi ambapo wako kwenye kiato chako as of right now. Lakini cha maana ni kutafuta watu wa kusaidie. Reach out to your professor. There's a different resource ambapo ziko provided na university ambapo zitakuwa tayari kukusaidia. So for that ni vizuri sana kuomba msaada watu wengine wakusaidie. Hautakuwa good at everything. Like myself, I'm good like a math, like math and biology, you know what I'm saying? Like any vitu vingine, like I struggle in my accounting classes, like I had to get help with the other kids. They helped me. I was able to understand, how like accounting is reporting, how to actually record some things about accounting. So vitu kama hivyo, like, don't be afraid and don't be ashamed of kujua weaknesses zangu ni easy, and I can go here and these people will definitely help me. So mostly just kuwa open, be very open to people. Kuna ambao watakuelewa, kuna ambao watakuelewa. Be outside means like, wende kwenye organizations za wanafunzi to get to know people, kwa sababu wengi like I'll repeat it again, wengi ambapo nao wajua ambapo nasoma nao right now, they will be executive in the future, alright? So ni vizuri kuwa na watu ambapo utajuana nao wengi ambapo unaweza kumpigia simu au kumtesti kwamba like, oh, we take this class together, blah 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 blah, and those people will definitely, help you. So ni vizuri sana sio tu kufocus na shule, bali kufocus kujuana na watu, build your networks, have, so many people around you. So, and the more people you have around you, the more, like, the better shot you have for life. Kwa sababu, like, you will have a lot of people that can pass your resume along, and those people will, like, for example, I remember wanting to work at this company, and I met this guy. Nilimit, I think it was like was an event that I paid for it. Was a comedy event. So akaniambia kwamba, like, oh, just give me your resume, and I passed the resume to my recruiting manager. And the next 3 weeks, bakanitumia email. The problem was I wasn't American citizens, and you can't work in that company if you're not American citizen because of trade policies, whatever. Like, I don't know. Like, ilikuwa ni evil, like, mostly in those lines, kwamba singeweza kutumika kwenye kampuni kwa sababu sikuwa Marekani, kwa sababu ni kampuni ambapo ina trade vitu baadhi ambapo viko very secretive, ambapo lazima uwe Marekani ndio ufanye kwenye hiyo kampuni. So lakini my resume was passed on, and I was qualified to work for it, lakini ni ile tu I didn't have a citizenship. So nikianza kasema tu, don't be afraid to ask, tell your story. You have a beautiful story, especially like us being an immigrant and just, living from that life to this life, and just, also show gratitude, appreciate everything, I mean, I'm very lucky. I never fell in school, fell no matter what, lakini it's just like I'm grateful. Nikipata A, nikipata B, I'm grateful for it. Kwa sababu kuna ambao walikosa, so just be grateful about everything in life, and kuna vitu vingine vitajitekea venyewe kwenye maisha, So usiwe very mean, ukifail, just know that, like, just keep trying. Fail big. That's something that I can advise you. Just fail big. So the more you fail, that actually tell me that you did something. Like, come on, if you never fail in life, it doesn't mean you never done anything. But if you fail, you've done something. So, and that's it. Life is very difficult out here. Na kila mtu anapambania. And this is something that I've realized. Hiyo plane ambapo kunayo kichwani mwako, someone is already start working on already. Labda ndoto ambapo ulioneshwa, Mungu ashaonesha karibia zaidi ya watu 50. Na kuna watu tayari ambao take actions. So you're very late. So kama hicho ndio kitu ambacho unakipanga, do it today. Don't say I'll do it tomorrow. Do it today, now. Alright? So everything, just do it now. Most of my classes that I was almost fail, it was because I would say, like, I'll do the homework tomorrow, and then I'll turn the homework late. Now when I have a penalty, or maybe I'll get 0 for that homework. So, like, if you say, like, I will do it now, utakuwa very lucky, kwa sababu haujui kitatokea huko mbele. Some emergency will happen, then, like, now hautapata muda wa kufanya hicho kitu. So all I can say, just reach out to people. Usiende tu shule kwenda kusoma. Get connected. Most of these kids was as you are in my executive of the company. Kuna ambapo, like, I even realized one of my friends, we've been in school for 3 years. I didn't know that he actually owned a company that actually, operate, bringing in about $1 million revenue until I'm a senior. Nilikuwa namuona tu like mtu cool, but like until tulipoanza kuwa na conversations, baada ya kumuuliza utaenda kutumika kazi wapi, whatever, like, kambia, no, I actually own a business. I'm like, wow, I never know this. And I was like, unafanya biashara gani? Akanambia. I'm like, come on. Nilikuwa sijui, like, but ile yote ilikuwa kwa sababu had time to talk about, something. So the more you talk to people, the more you get to learn about things. Usijifanye unajua. This is like my last advice before we close. I think I will just say, ni vizuri hata usijifanye una akili sana mbele za watu. Like, kama kuna watu unaona kwamba, like, these people like a big brainer, just like act cool. But one things you should do, ask an important questions. Ask a great question to these people. Because the more you ask the questions, the more interesting these people will be willing to talk to you. You know, lakini ukiwauliza maswali ya ujinga, they'll be like a yes or no questions. Man, most people will walk out. You know, lakini ukiwauliza maswali ambapo inawakumbusha throughout their career, maswali ambayo inawakumbusha vitu vingi, I mean, itawasaidia sana zaidi kukuona uko very interesting person to talk to, and they'll be willing to share their perspective to you. So ni vizuri sana kuwa like kutojifanya unajua kila kitu. Hakuna mtu anajua kila kitu. Nobody has a crystal ball. You know, kungekuwa mtu ambapo kuna crystal ball right now, tungekuwa tunamuuliza miaka 50 inayokuja kutatokea nini, but nobody has a crystal ball and we all don't. So it's good that we can be able to learn from each other. So the more knowledge you get from this person to that person, like, you know, the more smarter you become. Also read books, guy. Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Asante sana, nishukuru sana. Mungu akubariki sana.
Yeah, I do appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for the platform. And I mean, I had to bless you with the interview. I don't really talk, so guys, if you don't feel shy, it's because I don't really talk. So, thank you.